What's good, y'all? It's your boy Smith, and today we're gonna be looking at some of this dragon footage that keeps popping up on my algorithm. I don't even know why. But before we get into it, go ahead and like and subscribe if you're into this type of footage. I'm having a blast making it. Anyways, let's go.
A dragon caught on film during the SpaceX Falcon 9 launch on May 10th. Yes, you heard me right. A SpaceX camera caught a dragon during launch on May 10th. This was brought to my attention by a follower. Sent me a message on Twitter. It took me a second to find the footage in the actual SpaceX film of the launch, but sure enough, it's there. And y'all, this dragon is insane. I know many find it hard to believe, but dragons do exist. They're highly intelligent and they can fly way up into the atmosphere. And I really don't understand why people find it so hard to believe, because dragons date back to biblical times. In fact, dragons are mentioned in the Bible up to 31 times. A lot of it has been stricken from the Bible, but older texts that haven't been fabricated actually have awesome stories that pertain to dragons. One of the most renowned stories worldwide, but mostly concentrated in Europe, is that of St. George, the Dragon Slayer. I honestly couldn't believe I hadn't heard of this story up to this point, because it's so popular. He's known as the patron saint of England. And believe it or not, he was actually a real person, a Christian who fought in the name of Christianity. Depending on the country, there are different variations of the story, but generally, they're all the same. In the account Legenda Aurea, St. George is said to have passed by a city called Selene, which is a province of Libya. Beside the city was a pond, and in this pond lived a dragon, which envenomed all the country. It poisoned the people, so the people of the city decided to feed the beast with 2 sheep each day so that it would not continue to harm them. When the dragon's appetite was not satisfied, the people of the city began sacrificing human beings to it. The actual verse in the book states, "Then was an ordinance made in the town that there should be taken the children and young people of them, of the town by lot, and every each one as it fell, were he gentle or poor, should be delivered when the lot fell on him or her." Now when they say lot, they actually mean lottery. So the town would put all the children's name into a basket and then draw to see who was to be sacrificed to the dragon. And this was regardless of stature, whether you were rich, poor, a laborer, or a king. You were not exempt from this lottery. And then one day, the lot fell on the king's daughter, who was prepared to be offered to the dragon. It was during this time that St. George passed by the city and saw the princess. When he inquired as to what was going on, St. George was told about the dragon, and it was at that moment he decided to slay the beast. The battle with the dragon, as described by Dvorin, is as follows. Thus, as they spake together, the dragon appeared and came running to them, and St. George was upon his horse, and drew out his sword, and garnished him with the sign of the cross, and rode heartily against the dragon, and he smote him with his spear, and hurt him sore, and threw him to the ground. And after said to the maid, Deliver me your girdle, and bind it about the neck of the dragon, and be not afeared. When she had done so, the dragon followed her, as it had been a meek beast and debonair. So the dragon emerged from the pond while they were conversating. St. George made the sign of the cross and charged it on horseback, seriously wounding it with his lance. He then called to the princess to throw him her girdle, and he put it around the dragon's neck. Wherever she walked, the dragon followed the girl like a meek beast on a leash. The princess and St. George led the dragon back to the city of Selene, where it terrified the people. St. George offered to kill the dragon if they consented to become Christians and be baptized. 15,000 men, including the king of Selene, converted to Christianity on the spot. George then killed the dragon, beheading it with his sword, and the body was carted out of the city on 4 ox carts. The king built a church to the Blessed Virgin Mary and St. George on the site where the dragon died, and a spring flowed from its altar with water that cured all disease. This is the story that made St. George a hero, and the Knights Templar even rode in his name. Crazy stuff, right? It took 4 ox carts to tote the dragon out of the city, and it was poisoning the well, basically, at the city of Selene. Now, it's possible that it was a real account of a dragon. Stories like this, and even stories of Alexander the Great encountering dragons, are what cement it in history as possible reality, not folklore. I just thought I'd give a little context, a little history, backing the idea that they could possibly still exist. But check out this footage, y'all, and let me know what you think in the comments. This stuff is awesome. So you'll see I do multiple clips, then I zoom in, then I slow down. Check it out.
Before we get into it, I thought he did all that talking and he wasn't gonna show us the video. I was about to get real upset.
Did you notice how fast it dove and how high up into the atmosphere it was? These creatures are absolutely amazing. I don't know what it is about them, but they are absolutely fantastic. It dove faster than I've ever seen anything fly. It was unbelievable. And we were just lucky enough to actually capture the footage. I'm surprised they didn't edit it out of the actual original SpaceX footage, but they didn't. So there you have it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Why would it be fake? Who would add that in there? It doesn't make sense. Stay in love, stay in light, be kind to others. I am out.
Knowing what I do about animals, y'all know I work with a lot of animals. There were no outstanding features on whatever that was that literally looked like a piece of trash flying through the air. If you ask me, you couldn't make out legs, um, fingers, a head, a body, wings. You couldn't make out anything, and I know this dude can't be serious, right? Now, once again, I'm not gonna sit here and act like these things aren't possible, but this footage is this isn't convincing at all.
Peace, family. In this video, we have a four-headed winged dragon. Now, in this video, the dragon is flying around. I don't know if this dragon is learning how to fly or something is wrong with it, but the reason why I believe this video is real is because the background, as the tail is going back and forth or whatever is hitting something, if it's one of the heads, the tail, the wing, whatever, but as it is flying, when it comes down upon the back, you see where the mountain is or whatever that shadow part is, it hits that part, and that part raises, like, you know, when you hit dirt and it raises. So I want y'all to let me know in the comments after y'all watching this video if y'all believe that this video is real, because I believe in those things. I believe in all of those things that they say are mythical, because you can't believe nothing that has been taught to us. We have to relearn everything. And if you really want to know the truth about things, find out about it. Anyway, roll the clip. Y'all see how it's flying around? It looked like it's learning how to fly. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all believe this is real. Because you see how whatever that is, it hit all of the dirt, lifted up. Can you do that with AI? Y'all let me know in the comments if you could do that with AI. But there's no denying all of the things that we're seeing right now. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Don't forget to like and follow for more. Peace. Wow. It's wow.
Man, that look like PlayStation graphics. They playing with us, bro. There ain't no way that was right outside somebody's house and we didn't hear about it on some news network, you know, on some other outlet from some other angle. There's no way that you got something as big as a building flying around in the air and we only got one PlayStation graphics angle. This is ridiculous. Yep. Once again, like I said, there's no way you got something this size just right there next to civilization and nobody. That's, I don't know. We need more clear footage, better footage. We're getting better footage of Bigfoot at this point. You know what I mean? We need something more. So I'm not convinced.
It looked like a dragon.
So we are in San Diego.
Wait, it disappeared.
And there's a full-ass dragon. Can someone please confirm if this is a real-life dragon flying around? Like, look at this thing.
Where?
It's massive.
Wait, I don't
Like,
see it anywhere.
look how big this thing is.
I don't see it.
It has wings. It has a tail. Can someone confirm what this thing is flying around in San Diego? Like, is it some kind of bird? Is it an animal?
That's a bird.
Is it a dragon? Find out what this thing is. It has to be a real life dragon.
No, that's at first I thought it was a bird. That's definitely like a kite or something. Somebody's just flying a kite. It's gotta be, or a drone. One of the two. Like it doesn't look organic.
Dragon skeleton found.
Could be getting a little bit closer, y'all. Maybe just like a single step.
Can you imagine how cool this would be if it was real? If there are any experts out there that are watching this, that skull doesn't look like a real skull. It looks like something, maybe a plaster mold or something. Either way, this is a pretty good fake.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This entire skeleton probably could have been put together, you know, of many different animal parts, various different animal parts. The only thing I was having a problem with was where, like, what animal has a skull like that. But much like that dude said, more than likely it's they just made that up. I don't know what that thing is.
So this frickin' thing, it's staring at me.
Yeah, it
It
is.
followed me home from the gifting rock. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now.
I seen this video.
I think I don't know what to do. But it followed me home and it is absolutely staring at me right now. Oh. All right.
I don't know what followed that dude home, but in that last video, I don't that looked pretty cool, but once again I don't think that was a dragon. I think that was a 3D printed fishing lure. That thing looked pretty cool though.
Hey, mister, what is that? Misty. What in the... I'm recording it. What the hell is that? no idea.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. It feels like it could have been AI. It's really hard for me to trust videos now, man, and it's a shame. But it feels like it could have been AI. But if that was real, man, we need to get people down there checking that out ASAP. I don't know what that thing was.
You're all gonna think I'm crazy, but there is a baby dragon on the top of that tree. Wait for it to move, wait for it to fly, and then tell me I'm crazy. It's right there. I'm staring at it. There it goes. I told you.
That dude needs to get outside more. That was literally like a blue heron or a stork, or not a stork, or a pelican. Not a pelican. Could have been a stork actually. No, that was a bird, bro.
This man claims he found a fossilized dragon in his backyard.
Here, y'all.
So it may look like a stone at first, a big piece of stone. The more he shows, the more I'm less convinced it's just a stone.
This piece right here.
Okay, it definitely looks like it has a head and a body to it.
There's his wings. There's his wing right there, and then this is a wing appendage. It's cracked right here. It's got 3 feathers. Yeah. His claws on the other side, but here's his head, man. Up close. See that?
It looks
Here's the underside of his mouth.
pretty convincing to me.
Should look.
Not saying it is real, but you never know.
Back of his head, just like Godzilla would look.
That is insane.
There's his claw.
Dude definitely found something odd on his property.
Yeah. Look at that.
Wow. Stay weird, y'all. Thanks for watching.
I think this dude found a bunch of rocks. He found a bunch of rocks. Right. I don't. Once again, I can't make out anything here. We'll probably have to check in with him in a while when he's done with this project and see what he digs up. But I just think this dude has a bunch of rocks. That's it. That is terrifying. I'm gonna look at that one more time. And this is what I mean. It's very hard for me to trust videos because AI is getting so good. So good. I'm not even against it though, man. It's like, I don't know what it would have taken to create that, the budget it would have taken to create that. Normally, I don't know. It was really nice to look at. I like AI. You know, I think it's kind of cool.
T'as vu les trucs qui se sont séparés? Oui.
yeah, once again, we're gonna need more clear footage than this. I'm not convinced whatsoever. They know dang well that wasn't no secret footage of time travelers. Once again, it looked like PlayStation graphics, or he was. I don't know. He was probably like on set to like an old school movie or something. Even that may not even be the case. This just may be like CGI footage from an old video game or movie or something like that. And that last video with the baby dinosaur in it, they went pretty far to fake that. That was messed up. Why even fake it? Like, come on. And this looks like the exact same video, like pasted on top of another video. I don't know. There's no way this is real though. It's probably, like I said, it's probably like a fishing lure or something.
In the footage, we see a view of the relatively clear surroundings, except for one mysteriously vertical white cloud. Suddenly, there's a wiggling black figure that appears from the tree line. The crowd explodes with excitement and amazement, as it's similar in appearance to a mythological Chinese dragon. The video zooms in onto the body of the dragon, giving us a great side shot. It appears to be almost swimming through the air while completely vertical. We can clearly see the outline of a tail with what appears to be a fin.
There's no way. There's no way, once again, that anybody is taking this seriously. That thing started swimming in reverse, or flying in reverse. How do you do that, right? I don't know. It looks like AI is our only hope at this point when it comes to these dragon videos. I don't know why they keep popping up in my algorithm. We need to stop this right now. And that's going to be the video, y'all. Like I said, I wasn't convinced by anything that I saw today. Usually we look at the paranormal videos. There are things that I can't explain. We look at the UFO videos. There are some things that feel real, that seem real. Not today. I didn't see a single thing that felt real or seemed real. All of this looks like CGI or AI content. Most of it looks fake. The dragons ain't real, bro. Anyways, made it this far. I do appreciate you. Because I know you could have been anywhere else on this planet, but you decided to be here with your boy Smith. And that means the world to me, man. I promise. Anyways, I'm out.